It's going to make sense here. Anti-CC, he's able to go past the Lady Zhen Destructive Deluge. Charlotte will be able to access the backlines as well. If he can access Dolia, that would be a huge win for the side of Team Secret. But likewise, on the flip side, LGD, this Dharma pick could really spoil the composition. If he is able to get his hands on the Marco Polo, I think Sun is going to have a horrible time, and Fang makes it true.
Fang making it through for yourself, kid, in the final game of Season 2. I feel like that one was just a homage to yourself, but I'm very proud that I managed to call the Liempo and the Charlotte pick there for the side of Team Secret. And Liempo is just recently been buffed as well, so these teams have not been picking the Liempo. It's been really interesting because even in the support role, he's going to offer so much team fight potential going into that mid to late game, right? Because obviously the tremor smashes as well just gives so much potential. Yes, Hugh-1 has the untargetability and stuff like that, but hey, that tremor smash comes through. A lot of the teams, a lot of the heroes on the side of LGD don't have anything to counter that.
Yep, that's right. Now we are heading into the final moments. Thousands of games, thousands of hours, thousands of efforts coming in. Full combination, the final game of the day, 2-2, LGD versus Team Secret.
Yep, this is for those joining us right now. If you're unfortunate to be missing most of the matches today, this is the last game of the day. It is currently 2-2 in this best of 5 between Team Secret and LGD, Malaysia's finest. And once again, I have to say it for the guys at home, kid, this has happened before, and Team Secret had already made progress on their last series against LGD. They lost 3-1 last time. They are now neck and neck with 2-2. If that's nothing to be proud of, or if they lose, surely that's going to be some kind of solace to their loss. But great engage there from the Liempo. Gets frozen straight away. Was no way for Mai to actually dive in onto the Lady Chen or the Dolia, but Dharma going in once more onto the Charlotte. But got to be careful. Hugh-1, forcing the dash from Charlotte was probably going to be fatal here, because it's going to take a while for that next engage. But what is fatal? Oh, what a misplay by Lung. He was able to escape. Xiang was almost the victim to first blood, Kin.
Yep, that fan not hitting the mark was the kryptonite there. They could not kill off Xiang, and LGD might capitalize off of that.
Yeah, if something's telling you, or very telling of the jitters that are taking place with these players right now, a play like that is definitely it, because all it takes is one wrong throw of the fan, and that is the muck-up of the first blood. But hey, it's going to happen. There's so much on the line within this game right now, kid. But the next person to get a point is the Kings of Season 2 Invitational.
Yeah, for sure. And if you take a look at the growth of JR, nobody has been able to restrict and stifle the growth. LGD is still another camp away from Team Secret. And this might be the snowball potential that LGD can take advantage of.
Yes, potentially here, potentially. And JR, like I said in the draft, and throughout the most of this tournament, that he is one of the staple players on the side of LGD. When you think of LGD now, you're thinking JR. He's playmaking, he's macro plays. You're thinking Musang King, the king of double kills, the master of ganks. And there's so much more within this team comp and for these other players to shine. But right now, those are the two players that really stick out to me on the side of LGD, Ken.
Oh, for sure. They have a lot of burst potential as well, and very long range poke. That's one of the things that is really people don't really notice it that much, but Musang King doing really well for himself at this point, recovering level 7 already.
Yeah, dual farming those camps at the same time is definitely one of the blessings of the Hugh-1 pick here for Musang King. But another blessing is that untargetability, which will come through very hot when Liempo has these huge seismic engages with his ultimate as well. But not quite a first blood on the cards just yet. There seems to be a lot of aggression in this mid lane for LGD onto that mid lane turret. It just really shows the priority of any first tier turret. It needs to be that mid lane, but Z almost getting caught out here. We see a big engage here from the Liempo. Nothing really comes of it because Moi Shiranui is locked in that lane. The minion waves have not been cleared yet. She cannot be escaping or allow that mid-tier turret 1 to fall this early on within the last game of the series.
Yeah, man, you can see LGD already have a slight advantage. Just based off positioning, they're already leading, but they have the EXP advantage as well. And this time, they need to make something work on the side.
Tyrant has been defeated.
Okay, denying the entrance there onto the first Tyrant. Tien, oh, he's able to get the Tyrant from the LGD because they started it, he finished it. So again, punishing LGD at the first Tyrant. 2 games in a row, Team Secret, but taking a beating is the Charlotte, and she does fall. So JR getting the first blood once again on the side of LGD. They may lose the Tyrant, but they get the first blood. They're going to pick up the tier 2 turret as well, Kim?
Yep, it's looking a little bit better for the side of LGD and a much different story this time. But once again, it's really close. Nail biter for the side of LGD.
Yep, we did see that Team Secret was able to pick up that first tier turret in the farm lane as well. So they didn't lose the mid lane one, thankfully for themselves, because again, that would be at a huge detriment to them right now. But it is only a few attacks away, right? A few basic attacks onto that first tier turret, it is gone, unfortunately, for the side of Team Secret. Fang is now switched up to the Clash lane here to try and outmaneuver the Charlotte, and it means that because they have that tier 1 in the Clash lane, that Fang is not as susceptible to ganks. But speaking of ganks, long straight onto the back of Lady Shen there, but untargetability coming through, trying to claim the kill onto the Mai Shiranui, but no kills are being claimed right now. Marco Polo is being denied side access to the mid lane, and we see that JR takes down the T1 in the mid lane, and it's been pretty much a long time coming for the side of LGD to secure that T1 turret.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this is looking like an LGD game for sure because nobody's able to control JR. He has been free reign to throw his target side and get the passive down as well for that skill, and it's not looking good at all for Team Secret.
Not at all. Not at all. It's the priority to keeping that mid lane alive seems very minimal on the side of a Team Secret, but they really they have an affinity for these side lanes, right, Kim? We've seen it time and time again throughout the entire of this season, and season, that they love to push these side lanes, love to give pressure on there, but don't really do much with it. But speaking of doing much, we see that the Liempo may get caught out there. He manages to dodge Lady Chen's ultimate, well, not ultimate, but the skill there from the knockup, because that was able to be landed successfully. I feel like Liempo could have got caught down there on the riverside of the Tyrant, but still hanging onto that tier 1 in the Clash lane, Kim. They are holding onto it for dear life on the side of LGD.
Yep, they have to, right? Because then it will open up the map so much more for the side of Team Secret. But I want you to notice something on the side of LGD. Hang on.
Oh, yep, that's it. The LGD is able to take another kill from Team Secret. That's what you wanted me to notice, right?
Well, not really, but at this point, you can see, right? LGD has a lot of restrictive movement, restrictive skills.
They do have plenty of that, a lot of CC on the side of LGD, but they are looking to try and take that tier 2 turret from the side of Team Secret once more. And to be at the 8-minute mark and to lose your tier 2 once again on the mid lane is just like Team Secret just aren't learning from the mistakes of the past 2 games. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Kim, but that's a fatal error on the side of Team Secret, right?
Yeah, the fact that you allow JR to take the funk, he's gonna melt towers. Oh, hang on.
Oh, okay, huge engage from the Liempo. Triple man knock up there. We see that Lung comes in with a kill, but JR answering that straight back with a trade, and then Charlotte takes down the Lady Chen. That is a double kill for JR, even though... Oh, okay, he managed to stay alive in that whole thing. I think that's probably like the best Fang play we've seen all tournament. Just keeping alive, but being able to be within distance, that deadly distance that you need to be of your enemies to actually make pure optimal damage of that Fang damage over time. But there we go, the double knockup comes through. We see that Liempo dashes further to the back line, and then same for Charlotte getting CC'd by the Dharma as well. It's just a little bit too close for comfort there for Team Secret. Was hoping a little less casualties coming through on their side.
Yeah, and if you take a look at it, so it's a huge problem, and they haven't been able to answer that particular problem just yet. Team Secret unable to deal with the burst. It was a beautiful tremor smash coming in from Yuhan, right? Catching the Musang King right at the correct moment, but because of the Celestial Melody, the reset into the Unending Sorrow, Musang King made it out, refreshed his health, got the heals, and really just changed the whole team fight from there. They're essentially playing with like 6 members.
It feels that way, right? It feels that way. They are definitely very present on the Gorge today, LGD. Not so much in the first 2 series, but that may have just been them lulling Team Secret into a false sense of security, just letting them have the Chow and the Futsu for the first 2 games, just so they could get some score on the board. But they've really brought it back, LGD have. Whatever they've been saying between games with their coach has definitely amped them up all the way to a potential reverse sweep here. Tyrant up in 24 seconds. Both teams are pretty much brewing around this point. U1 is able to face check that bush, and Liam Poe and Charlotte are being called out there as well. However, Marco Polo was trying to claim a Crimson Golem for himself, but it goes over to the side of JR. But he could have needed that damage, just starving him. Come on. Come on, LGD.
The
play
ammo,
fair.
Right? For this side of LGD, they're perfect, exactly perfect what they're doing now. And all they need to do is hang on, because Ocean of Tears, once again, look at iframes.
Oh, okay, huge engage there. We got the 1-man knock-up. It was not quite the triple man that we saw towards that Tyrant last fight there. But again, diving in is the Dharma, taking the kill onto the Liam Poe. Mirror Domain comes through, but it's not going to be enough for them. The Jing is looking very squishy and manages to dive out with the dash.
Yep, LGD looking so strong. That's Yuhan out for 20 long seconds. A very painful time for the side of Team Secret.
And then once more, it seems like the mid lane is potentially opening up for the higher ground turret, but there is currently a 1-0 trade so far on the side of LGD. They are not taking any prisoners. They are opening up that high ground turret pre-11 minutes as the Shadow Tyrant is up. There is plenty of pressure in that mid lane. Side lanes are definitely looking more healthier onto the side of Team Secret. Well, that's all they've got, Kim. They need some more, though.
Yeah, I mean, the entry into the base has been open. The floodgates are open, and at this point, I think they need a little bit more damage, right? If you take a look at the thing, he just has the Master Sword Axe of Torment, not even the Rapacious Bite yet at this point.
Yeah, you can see quite a few Axe of Torments coming through, but it doesn't really seem to be doing much to the squishier heroes on the side of LGD. We're seeing a little bit of a Hail Mary play here for Charlotte, trying to get a bit of a macro push onto the tier 2 in the Clash lane, but knows that the Dharma is rotating around just to completely cut that at its core. Once again, Team Secret looking a little bit split apart here. We're seeing a little bit of skirmish in the mid lane, and then more so towards the Overlord. But again, I can see this Overlord going over to the side of LGD before it's even started, Ken.
Yep, right now Xiang is the gatekeeper. He will be keeping eyes on the entirety of Team Secret, and they will not be allowed entry.
No entry unless you have the password. You cannot pass go just yet. You need to get a few more kills off us, but we can kind of see the effects of the Shadow Overlord procced in there, and it was all taken by JR. JR is just soloing it and really just completely mitigates the effects that Sun was trying to do there into the farm lane. We was hoping for a high ground turret for the side of Team Secret. They love to push that side lane. But if anything, LGD have learned from this, whereas Team Secret, for the past 2 games of the mid lane assault, have not learned from this. And it looks like they're about to take another hard-fought lesson as they lose a potential second higher ground turret for themselves.
Yep, it's a lawnmower at this point. This is mowing down the side of Team Secret. This might be the potential end of the game once the Shadow Vanguard and Overlord Vanguard comes down.
Yeah, no, I'd be very weird if they end it here, because this could seem to be the quickest match of the entire series, just sitting at the 13-minute mark right now, Ken. But I feel like LGD want to give him a little bit more of a breather right now, but it seems like there is going to be a calm before the storm in that mid lane. They do, however, able to run down the Vanguard in the mid lane, but Vanguard's trying to make sure work with the help of JR. Just look at that damage potential from JR on the Fang onto turrets just alone. The Mirror Domain having to be used to allow TNX to escape in this last fight between LGD and Team Secret. And by last fight, it's looking very promising to be the last call before the bar closes for Team Secret as they lose their final high ground turret kin.
Yep, harbinger of bad news for the side of Team Secret.
Yep. Here come the minions rocking around, as well as we could potentially see again the closure of this game. But the knockup full lung, we see the untargetable come from the Lady Shen, just mitigating the Mai Shiranui, and down goes Lian Po, down goes Tien. There is no minions yet, they have to wait. The minions are just stalling the game. Somebody tell the minions to get their butt into gear. Mai Shiranui was looking for a pick off there, but Lung gets punished by Siang. This is surely going to be the end now, kid. Is this going to be the crowning moment for the Season 2 Invitational Champions? That could potentially be LGD. They are going to take Game 5 all the way from a 2-0 loss at the beginning of the finals. Is LGD taking the Season 2 Crown Championship going into the EWC MSI.
All right, this has been it for the both of us. Thank you for joining us as we crown